Hello and welcome to part 14 of my panoramic photography tutorial series. My name's Florian. I run the website pano.ie, where I show all the panoramas that I shoot and publish, as well as panoguru.com, where I handle your questions and post about my tutorials, etc. Today's tutorial is going to continue where we left off last time. The last tutorial, 13, was about how to publish your panoramas, and I showed several ways of doing this, but one particular thing I left out, and that's how you make it so that when you share your panorama on Facebook, how you can actually play that. I'll give you a demonstration. Here's my Facebook page, and you can look at the panoramas on here. You can click the play button, and it actually plays right inside Facebook. That's not so easy to do, and I've been asked this multiple times, so I'll show you how that works today. Now, there's one major thing that you need for this to work, and that's a secure web space. You need to be able to host your panorama on a HTTPS hosted website. And that's usually a showstopper for most people because it either costs you money or it's kind of tricky to do it for free. You can do it for free. I've done it for free with my website. And I've also found a way where you can do it much easier for free, and that's by using the Cloudflare service. They have a free offering, and Cloudflare, part of Cloudflare, you can actually get sort of a secure certificate from them to use for your website if you run it through their servers. It's kind of tricky, but again, another way of making this work for free on an existing server that you have. Anyway, so last time I used the Pano player here to create a whole bunch of files that I've chucked on my web server. I used the multi-wrist droplet, and it's created those files. Now there's one additional file that I uploaded, and that's a thumbnail image. That's kind of handy to have because that's what's going to display when you share your Pano in Facebook. But these are the files that the Pano player generated. I renamed the HTML file to index.html, and all we really need to do is add a certain bunch of meta tags. So here's your HTML file, here's a bunch of meta information about the page, and there's a whole bunch of additional text that's required for this to work. Now, when you Google Facebook Panorama Embed tutorial, you will find this post here in the Panoramic Photographers Facebook group that contains essentially the core of these tags that you need. So I took those, I copy-pasted them, and I filled in some additional information just so we can save some time, and I'm guaranteed for this to work. It can be kind of tricky. So let's go through them. This is the bunch of extra tags that you need. You can set your site title. I'll deliberately leave this unset. Your URL, that's where your panorama is going to end up, probably with the index or without. But anyway, the URL for the panorama, your page title again, you can customize that. The type, leave that to article. Image, that's the direct link to your thumbnail image. That's the one that's going to show up when you share it. And then here come the more important, or the most important two lines, which is the video and the secure URL. Without that secure URL pointing to a HTTPS location, this is not going to work. So what I've done here is and this is a little bit technical, but I mean, all of this is technical, so bear with me. The Pano viewer generates a Shockwave Flash file, this one here, but that is really just the viewer. It contains no image data whatsoever. It's just all the infrastructure to display the thing in your browser. All the files are actually in this tiles directory. So what you need to do, though, for Facebook is that you need to point it to a Shockwave Flash file. Otherwise, this is not going to work. Now, there is a way to configure Pano to embed everything, including the image matter and everything in the single SVF file, but I haven't done this, and it doesn't do it by default when you use one of those droplets. So what you need to do is not only point your address to the Shockwave Flash file, but that Shockwave Flash file is just the player. It doesn't contain any information about your panorama, the tiles, where they are, what size they are, etc. So that's all contained in the XML file that Pano generates. So what you need to do is you need to point it to your panorama player. Then you're going to go $Pano equals, and then you're going to point it again with the full URL, and this is crucial as well. I spent half an hour of my time trying to figure out why it didn't work, and what the problem was in the end was that I didn't put in the full URL. I just had the relative, the XML file. So make sure you put in the full URL, otherwise it's not going to work. But then, when you're done with this should all work. Adjust your width and height, like so. I suggest 530 by 300. That seems to fill the Facebook feed quite nicely, at least in my case. But now that I've added these tags to the HTML file, here it is. I'm not going to get the preview, but anyway, this is the file. I've just edited this in Text Wrangler. Then what you want to do typically is go to the Facebook debugger. So just Google Facebook debugger and you find this, because the problem is, as soon as you share something on Facebook, Facebook caches this for several days. And any change you're going to do subsequently is not going to show up. But you can flush that cache by using the debugger. So that's why we always want to start, especially when you're playing, when you're setting this up for the first time. The debugger is going to be your favorite tool here. So anyway, let me put in the URL that I want. So it's going to be knorn.org/p, push debug. Oh, and it's detected a whole bunch of things. It suggests a few things, but look at that. It's also discovered that, hey, there's a video and everything. So this is still the 400 by 300, not the 530 by 300 that I just typed in. And the reason is because I've tested this before I did this tutorial and it's still got the old values. So make sure you're going to fetch new scrape information. And then it should hopefully update it to the, 530 by 300. So that's essentially it, except for the main thing here, knorn.org/p. This actually works HTTPS. If you don't have that, again, don't even try, okay? But here's the panorama. And if I now go ahead and on my Facebook page share this URL, it'll discover that it's here. If I publish it, it's going to show up. Beautiful page title and knorn.org. But the crucial thing is you can push play and you can see it inside the browser. Now, you surely want to customize buttons and all sorts of things. But anyway, this is just a proof of concept to demonstrate to you that it can be done as long as you have a HTTPS website and as long as you've got a slight understanding of these meta tags here. But yeah, that's basically it. If you have any questions, do get in contact with me. But because this is kind of technical and so on, it will take you some time. And please try yourself very hard before you ask for help. Or, of course, pay me. Then you can always ask for help. Thanks very much. And you can always ask for help anyway. Anyway, that's it. Talk to you later. Bye.